Witamy Was wszystkich serdecznie z Kairu. Jesteśmy w parafii Świętego Marka na Shoubrze, w parafii należącej do Stowarzyszenia Misji Afrykańskich. I jest z nami ksiądz Peter Ajao, który jest proboszczem tej parafii. I teraz poproszę go, żeby powiedział kilka zdań o sobie. Please introduce yourself in a few sentences.
Thank you very much. My name is Father Peter Oluwatosin Ajao SMA, of course. I've been a priest for the past 8 years. I was ordained in 2016, and I've been working in Egypt for the past 8 years. I am the Parish Priest of Saint Marc Cathedral here in Shoubra, one of our earliest mission, parish mission, and it's a wonderful place.
Jesteśmy teraz w kościele Świętego Marka, bardzo pięknym, starym kościele. Poprosimy księdza Petera, żeby powiedział nam coś o jego historii. Tell us something, please, about the history of the church.
Yes, as I said at the beginning, the Saint Mark's Parish, or Saint Mark's Cathedral, is one of the oldest mission of the SMAs in Egypt, and the SMA has been in Egypt for as early as the earliest times of the SMA mission in general. We came to Egypt in 1877, just some years after our foundation, and especially in Shoubra, we started the mission here in Shoubra in 1894 with Monseigneur Augustin Duré, who was the apostolic prefect of the Nile Delta. And under the parish priest, the first parish priest, who also became a bishop, Monseigneur Jules Gera, who saw the first stones of this cathedral, the foundation stones of this cathedral laid, and also supervised the work of the construction of this church. But officially, we say the church was finished in 1928. So that's how we say the church was finished totally, with the bells and the vitrage and everything. Everything was finished in 1928. So it was this church was one of the cathedrals in Egypt, one of the Catholic cathedrals in Egypt. In Egypt, before we were having three cathedrals, Latin cathedrals, here in Shoubra, which stands for the Nile Delta Vicariate, in Alexandria, which is the oldest vicariate, and Port Said. But now we only have one vicariate, the Vicariate of Alexandria in Egypt. And Saint Mark retains the name cathedral, but without a bishop. So it's open always for masses and everything, and pastoral work here, and still under the use of the SMA Fathers.
Father Peter, tell us something about your pastoral work here, and also, because we all know that Egypt is Islamic country, tell us something, please, about presence of SMA in Egypt.
Thank you. Yes, our pastoral work is like every other missions we have in the world, where you have the presence of the church. The first thing, our pastoral work is to sustain the faith, the spiritual life of the people here. Unfortunately, here in Shoubra, we don't have many Catholics, Latin Catholics, I want to say. We have many Christians around Shoubra. Shoubra is known to be one of the Christian area in Cairo, but most are Coptic Orthodox Christians. We have few Catholic Christians present here. And we have, in my parish, we have the big cathedral with less people, but we are always there present to serve their spiritual needs with the masses. We have every daily masses, and we also have the different opportunities for spiritual activities in the church. So that's the first thing. And we also have the activity of visiting the families, especially those from our parish, and cooperating with the churches around us to ensure that the faith life of the people is sustained, and they always have the presence of a priest around them. Also in the parish, we also have different activities that help to gather people around, not just our own Christians, but also other Christians around us. Like we have the field, we have the club, we have also our center for the handicapped children, which is also very important to our pastoral activity, as we offer also social pastoral work to these people. And the second part of this question is about the significance of our presence here. I would say it is very, very significant because, yes, as we know, Egypt is a mostly Islamic populated country. About 90% of the population are Muslims, and just 10% of the population is Christian. And out of that 10%, we can say half of the 10%, 0.5% of the 10% is Catholic. So our presence is very important so as to sustain the faith life of the people. We cannot abandon them because they are not many. We cannot say because they are few, so we'll just leave them. No, they also need to continue to have their faith sustained and to have priests around them to keep them, to give them the sacrament, to give them their faith, to sustain their faith and to help them grow in their faith. So our very presence here is a mission of presence. It's a mission of support for the Christians around us to keep their faith alive and to give them the love of God always. That's our first importance and presence here. And also our second importance of presence is also to work with the different Christian communities around us and also with the Muslim world. First, with the Christian communities, we have different rites in Egypt. And here in Shoubra, we have the Coptic rite around us. So we also work with the Orthodox Christians together to have a kind of a witness of life as children of God, as Christian, and to live together as Christian, even from different rites. And that's very important. And we do that with our different activities. And with our Muslim brothers and sisters, it is also important also to give that witness of faith to them. Thank you. So welcome to all of you and welcome to our center. We call it Club de Bonheur in French, and in Arabic we call it Markaz Saada, that is the place of happiness, Club of Happiness, because that's our first objective of creating this center. The center is a place for integration, social integration, and also ecclesia integration in the church for the children with special needs. So as I told you before, this center was created about 42 years ago by the SMA Fathers, and is our second major pastoral activity. The first activity is to celebrate Mass and to give spiritual aid to the people, and the second one is to help the people we are working with, and this is where we want to help them, helping children with special needs, and it's very important for us. The center has been effective for the past 42 years, and we are happy that our little contribution is helping not just the children, also their parents to accept their children and to also integrate them into the family and also into the church and in the society at large. That's very important.
Could you say something about the situation of disabled children and disabled people in Egypt, as in Egypt, in Cairo, and Egypt?
Yes, of course, like in every society, when you have a disabled child, it's sometimes considered as an unfortunate gift from God for you. But we all know that there's nothing unfortunate when it comes to God's gift. It's just for us to discover what this gift entails. And this is what we try to do with the people here in Egypt, because first, these children were not really considered as children to be loved like that. So most of the time they are hidden in the house. They keep them in the house. They don't want people to know about them, and they don't want, because they see like they are like a shame to the family. But we told them no, it's a gift from God. Every human person is very important, no matter how the person comes out with, maybe with a disability or something. So, and this is the first thing we try to help the people to understand, that every child is a gift from God, and every child deserves to be loved, to be respected, and to be given the dignity of the human person. And that is why this center was actually created, to help these children to find their faith in the society.
This place is only for Catholic children or for all religions?
Well, this place is meant for everybody, Catholic, Muslims, Orthodox, and everybody. But of course, knowing the reality, the cultural reality we have here, and since it's a church activity, so it's more of Christians who will come to this place. But in reality, we wanted it to be a place also for everybody, Muslim and Christian. But of course, we have to respect the cultural reality we have in the country, and it's very important.
The parents have to pay for the children for school?
Actually, our center depends most of the time on providence, and when we talk about providence, on good people, our benefactors and friends who help us. The children, we don't really ask for, they don't pay as it's meant to be, like the fees that is meant to be for this kind of educational activity. What we ask from them is just a contribution so that they will feel part of it, not that they will not feel like they are just coming to receive something, but also they will know that they are receiving something and at the same time they are part of what they are receiving. They are sharing in it, and it is very important. So they give a kind of contribution every month, their parents. We don't have a specific amount. We just tell them what you think you can contribute. It's very important. But most of the things, the center is run with the help of the SMA Fathers and also with the help of the benefactors we have from different parts of the world, in Egypt, in Poland especially. The Polish people are a great friend. We love them so much because they help us a lot in a lot of our projects and also in keeping this center alive.
Okay, tell us something please about how the school and this place is organized. How many children attend the classes? How it's organized?
The school, we don't actually use the word school for us. We call it center because we don't have the structure, the full structure of a school. It runs from Monday to Thursday and on Saturday, because this is the working time for us in Egypt. Friday and Saturday is our weekend. On Sunday, it's because you are in the church, so we cannot do anything on Sunday. So we run Monday to Thursday and Saturday, and from 8:30 to 12:30 every day. And we have academic activities, social activity, sportive activity, and also we have a very important activity, which is a physiotherapy activity, which is to help these children to have a kind of fitness and also to help them correct some of the physical disability in them, which can easily be corrected. So we have a physiotherapy center, which thanks to the Polish aid, it was created 2 years ago, and we have also a physiotherapist who help us in this activity. So in general, the school runs from Monday to Thursday and Saturday from 8:30 to 12:30. And we have a bus which picks the children from their houses and brings them to the center and returns them to their various places. And we have 12 staffs, 8 teachers, 2 in administration, and 1 or 2 other persons for cleaning and taking care of the environment. So it's very important. And we have 6 classes, including a Montessori class where all the children start from. And every year we try to have the number 50 children because we want to give them a quality service. So it is not, we don't want the number. If we want the number, we can have more than 50, but we want like 50 so that we'll really work with them properly and really help them. So that's why we have limit on the number. And also we don't want to overwhelm the teachers, because if you have many of them, and you know this kind of children, they are extra hard work. You need to take care of them also. It's very important.
How many teachers do you have?
We have 8 teachers, and we have 2 in charge of administration and an organization of the center activity. We have Miss Ramonda, who is our director, and she's assisted by Miss Melvert. The 2 of them, they organize the day-to-day activity with me. I am I'm the director also, but I'm not always present. I need them to be, and they are capable hands, and I'm happy working with them, and they are really good at their work because they did studies in this area of taking care of children with special needs.
What do you think is the biggest challenge from director point of view?
Oh, yes. Well, the biggest challenge for us is always finance, because we want to do a lot of things, but if you don't have the finance, you will not be able to achieve everything as such. But we thank God for what we have been able to achieve so far through the SMA, through our friends and through our benefactors, and through the various activities that we also organize to help to raise funds for the center. So I would say that's the biggest challenge for us. And the other challenge we could talk about is also the children themselves, because there are sometimes they are very happy with you, and sometimes you will not be able to work with them. So you also have to be in their world. I can say, like, you have to be in their skin always, all the time. The day they are happy, you are happy with them. The day they are sad, you leave them in their world also. So it's a bit challenging to work with this kind of children for me. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So you cooperate with Polish SMA, Polish missionaries connected with SMA, and also you cooperate with Polish Embassy.
Yes. And that is very interesting. I think we are going to change our center to a Polish name. We have to add a Polish name because most of our cooperation has come from the Polish people, whether those we know directly and those we don't know indirectly. And we see that every day, every time, our relationship is becoming bigger and bigger, and it's even more becoming very interesting. That I think I start thinking of trying to get a Polish identity now to get anyway. So we cooperate not just with the church, we also cooperate with the Polish government as with the Polish embassy, and they really help us a lot. And with our Polish Polish friends, and also with our Polish SMA province in Poland, we really want to thank Father Gregory, who has been very, very helpful. And we also want to thank our Polish lay associates, who are always ready to visit our mission, know more about what we do, and also give their own contribution to it. So I think I will use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to the Polish people. They are really wonderful people, and we are happy cooperating with them.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Parafia Świętego Marka jest takim szczególnym miejscem dla nas misjonarzy świeckich, ponieważ od lat z tą parafią współpracujemy, od lat staramy się ją wspierać i od lat korzystamy z wielkiej gościnności pracujących tutaj księży i wielkiej serdeczności. I chcemy tę współpracę naszą kontynuować. Również pamiętając o modlitwie, o tej parafii i tych ludziach, których tutaj spotykamy. Tell us please, Father Peter, what would you like us to pray for? What's the most important for you?
Yes, the most important thing that I wish everybody to pray for the mission in Egypt, for the church in Egypt, for the Christians in Egypt, is to pray for us so that we will keep the light of faith, keep it burning. And of course, because we might say, because we are few, we will be discouraged that we are not, we don't have the voice. But we know that the church is the one family, and the church is united everywhere we find ourselves. And this is the spirit of the early Christian also. They pray for each other. So we want everybody, all Christians, to pray for us, that our faith will keep strong, will remain strong, our mission we will not be discouraged in our mission, and we will have the strength to continue to bear witness to the gospel of Christ, and that is very important for us. So pray for us that our faith will be sustained always, and we'll be happy as Christians, and we'll give true testimony to our Christian life to the people around us every day. Thank you.
Thank you very much for a very nice interview, very important interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr.